So as you guys may know, I work at Best Buy. Or maybe you didn't know that, you're just now finding this out. Either way, you probably don't give a shit. And working at Best Buy, you know what that means. You guessed it! Black Friday! The thing is with Black Friday, though, is the sales are on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So it's not even Black Friday, it's Black Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And I don't like that the sales are on both of those days. I mean, it's nice, I guess, for the people who can't make it to the sale on Friday. But I'm just saying, like... It's not fun to me. Honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It was pretty organized. It wasn't like how Walmart is when everyone just rushes in. They're not even rushing in because everyone that goes to Walmart is fat. I mean, like, no offense if you go to Walmart and you're not fat. I mean, but like, or if you do go to Walmart and you are fat, like, no offense, but I'm just saying, like, Walmart's fucking gross. I don't know about your Walmart, but our Walmart has a fucking Subway. And Subway's disgusting. Just the smell of Subway is just like, ugh. Well, anyways, Black Friday, not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Not gonna lie, it was pretty fun and a pretty cool experience. Except for one customer who's kind of a fucking butthole. Get wrecked. Okay, so let me elaborate. It was Friday around 1:30 or so, I want to say, and this is the second day of Black Friday sales. This couple comes into gaming. My department, I work in cameras and gaming, so I kind of switch back and forth, and I happened to be walking back into gaming because I was doing something in the front lanes. Well, anyways, these customers were looking to get a PlayStation 4, and when purchasing the PlayStation 4, you were supposed to get 2 free games with it. It was Last of Us and Ratchet and Clank. But unfortunately, we sold out of those games in like 2 or 3 hours on Thursday. So a customer purchasing a PlayStation 4 would only be getting the PlayStation for $50 off. Well, these customers come in explaining that they want to buy a PlayStation. I was like, yeah, sure, we could definitely get you a PlayStation. All the PlayStations are up in customer service right now. We didn't want to keep them back here, you know, because last year a couple people stole some. And the customer said, yeah, I read on the ad that the PlayStation was supposed to come with 2 free games. And I was like, yeah, unfortunately, we sold out of those yesterday. And then he looked at me saying, so what are you going to do for me then? What I'm going to do is not give you 2 free games because we don't have any. I thought I got a fucking no-scope. Oh my god. Then he was like, well, I want to talk to your manager about this then. So I was like, fucking fine. So we walk up to the front where my manager is. But on the way there, the customer kind of stopped me and looked at me for a second. He's like, you know, like on the way there, you know, just trying to be on our side. And he fucking winked at me. He winked at me. I was like, I'm not gonna be on your fucking side. I'm gonna be on my manager's side. I'm gonna do what my manager fucking tells me to do. I'm not gonna fight my manager just because you want 2 free games and unfortunately we don't fucking have any. The sales have been going on since yesterday. It's not my fucking fault you decided to come in 1 day late. Now that's what I wanted to say. What I really did was, yeah, you. So we get up to the front where my manager is and I explain the situation to him. And my manager told him the same exact thing that I told him. We can't sell you the games because we don't have any. We literally couldn't do anything for him. We couldn't even OMS order it. And OMS ordering is pretty much just like ordering it in the store and then it getting shipped to the store in like 5 to 10 days and then he's able to pick up the game and fucking leave. We couldn't even do that for some reason because the application was down. So my manager didn't know the OMS application was down and he told the customers that we could OMS order it for him. This is where it gets fun. So they're waiting in line at customer service and one of the people over in customer service that was working the register, I told him, I was like, yeah, these customers are looking to OMS order these games, and he looked at me, he's like, we can't do that. And I was like, oh, but our manager Austin just said we could. We can't do that. I was like, so I go back up to my manager, I was like, hey, Peter just said we couldn't OMS order these games. He kind of just looked at me, he's like, are you sure? And then I was like, yeah, he said he tried multiple times and he just can't do it. Are you fucking... Okay, I'm good. I'm the one who has to go back up to the customers and tell them that we can't even order it online for him. Even though my manager said we could, I have to tell him that he was lying and we can't. Oh boy. When I told the customer we couldn't even OMS order it, he just like... That was pretty much his face. His face was so red. He didn't make any facial expression. He just kind of looked at me. He looked like he wanted to punch me in the throat. Oh, don't worry, man. I wanted to punch you in the throat, too. And since we couldn't even OMS order it, he's like, you know, just for the inconvenience, I want 10 or 20% off the PlayStation then. I was like, yeah, we can't do that. And he's like, yeah, you can. All you have to do is just discount it. And I was like, I mean, we can't do that. That's not fair to the other customers. It's not fair to the other customers who had to go home without 2 games either, and without a discount. He just kind of looked at me, and it was like giving me a death stare, and I was fucking scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, you know, let's just go see what my manager says. Yeah, sure, I'll go talk to my manager again about that. At this point, I'm just starting to get pissed off. I was like, just accept the fact that we sold out and go home. So I talked to my manager and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, maybe they were hoping to get a discount or something. And he's like, we can't do that. And I was like, I know. So both my manager and I both go back up to my customers. We tell him we can't give them a discount. And then he's like, so what are you gonna do for us? Oh my God. After about 3 to 5 minutes of arguing, my manager finally caved in and he let the customers pick out 2 different games. I shouldn't say that, because he chose 2 games, but one of them was $60 and he had to choose either between 2 $20 games or 1 $60 game. And fair enough, he chose the $60 game. So he got the PlayStation and he got a free $60 game.